guys, I just wanted to show you how I installed my fish tank heater into the 500-watt tank in the back. So I'm back, I'm in the back of the van now. So I've just finished work, just pulled up in front of my garage, and I've got this socket here because I've got I have a dehumidifier in the front, so plug to that adapter. So what I do then is I'll plug it in now while I'm here. I've got an extension lead just here at the side, and I'll show you it. So it's alive and it clips shut, so it seals the plugs. So I'll just try and do this one-handed. I don't know where to put my camera just to show you guys. We all know how a plug goes in, don't we? But I'll just hold it and put it between my legs here. So plug adapter, I'll plug it in and I'll show you. So there you go, plugged it in. Then I just clip it shut like that. Sorry, don't know if you can see. So then it's like that. So then I'll put that into here, into this corner here. And then this should be live. So I'll switch that on. That one there is my fish tank heater, and that one there is an extension into the front of the van for my dehumidifier. So I'll switch that on as well. So here is, this is the temperature. So it's at 26 degrees so far. When I went out this morning it was at 32. So the 33 at the bottom is what the target reaches. Once it reaches that, it shuts off and it maintains the temperature. So I need to fill up my water anyway, but I'll do that in a second because I know that there's enough in there. There's about 200 litres in the tank left from 500 today, but in fact no, I'm lying. I only take 400 litres out with me, so I've used 200 litres. So I'll unscrew this lid. It's a bit tricky with this. It's a bit tricky with this one above it. I'll come back to that in a second. I'll just put my camera down. Right, I've managed to unscrew it with two hands. So this is the lid. I will move this reel. Inside here is the fish tank heater. It's on, so it's just suspended there. So in the lid I've drilled a hole, and I cut the cable. That's a cable tie there to stop any more wire going through the lid than I need to, because I have it on an angle like that, just touching the bottom of the tank. If I let too much lead through, it goes flat like that on the bottom. So I just wanted it tilting slightly, just so the tip of the fish tank heater is just touching the bottom. And I leave it on all night. I leave it on all as soon as I plug it in. I never turn it off until I'm going to work, and I just unplug it and it stays warm all day. So yeah, going back to the cable, I cut it so the cable had got thread through. There's only one of them goes through. So this is the cable here that's connected. Underneath that red tape is some heat shrink connectors. So I connect all the cables with heat shrink over it, and then I've just put red tape around so I know it's extra safety really. Don't really need it, but and I just leave that dangling there. You can put it anywhere you like. It's just it's all untidy at the moment. I need to I'm going to empty all this out of the van, because I've decided I don't want all this stuff in the van every day, because I don't use it every day. But anyway, going back to that heater, that's actually heating it up now. So if it's below 20 degrees, it'll make a beeping, and as soon as it gets above 20, the beeping stops, and it just carries on heating it. This is a 500 watt, by the way. You can get 800 watt ones, but I looked into it when I bought it, and the 500 is good enough for a 500 litre tank. If I was using an 800 watt, I'd need something like an 800 litre tank. I don't think you can get them for anything bigger at the moment. Suppose you could get one in your IBC, if you've got an IBC in the garage. And then, so yeah, that's it basically. It's dead simple. And obviously, because the hole in the lid it's not tight, but it's not a big hole where water splashes out. There's no water splashes out of it, but the cable is loose, so it's not tight, and then that means I can keep the lid shut while I'm working. It doesn't suck in the tank at the sides, because you need that ventilation to be able to stop that from happening, as you guys will know that. But yeah, that's dead simple. I mean, if there's any questions you need to ask me. Oh yeah, the cable, sorry. So what I do is this left door, close it like that, and then the cable, I just tuck it underneath this door, so it's trapped, but I can still pull it, it's still loose, and then I can shut both doors like that, so the van locks then. So it's as simple as that basically. If there's anything you need to know, just ask, and because I don't usually cover everything in a video, so questions and answers can make that much difference. This isn't how to, this is how I do it. But if you want to copy, I don't mind. Thanks for watching.